with everything you guys dealt with this week, you had a storm that rescheduled practices. You had obviously the long flight delay. You're already playing on the road against a division rival. You're coming off a really tough loss. What does it say about the mental and physical toughness of this team to be able to go in and get a win like that?
Yeah, I think it says a lot. I've never been a part of anything like that, like the plane thing. But just to go in with the no excuses mentality, that's all you can do really. We got to the hotel at like 12:30, so we got there, went to sleep, woke up, and went to play a game. There's nothing you can do about it. You just got to go out there and play. So I think it's pretty cool. Everyone going out there and having the same energy. Because that's all we could do.
And then these last 2 weeks have been kind of your first opportunity as a rookie to face a team for the second time after having played them earlier in the season. What was that process like for you, and what did you feel like helped, and just how'd you go through that process of kind of using what you learned the first time around and being better this time?
Yeah, it was a little bit different because, you look back at your notes, what a guy gave you the first time, and you're like, well, is he going to do the same things? Is he going to try something different? And you go back and you watch clips of the first game and see what worked and everything. And I was just trying to try my best to do what I do and what worked, like do what worked the last game, and hopefully have some success with that. But yeah, it was different for sure. Playing a team the second time. I've never experienced before.
Thanks, Tris.
Next question will come from Joey Knight.
Hey, Tristan, you got another primetime game coming up, obviously, and you guys, it's no secret y'all have struggled. Just the way you conquered so much adversity this past week, having your schedule disrupted and obviously your travel disrupted, you think you can kind of maybe convey that to – as if to say, hey, if we can do everything we did last week and conquer that, certainly we can conquer our issues on playing on prime time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it might just be a mentality thing, going into the game, and sometimes kind of sitting in a hotel all day is kind of tough. So I think it's just having to get your mind right at a certain time, rather than kind of going all day and trying to start too late, get everything rolling. But yeah, like you said, like having that much adversity thrown at you in 1 week, I think definitely we can come out and be explosive, in primetime game.
And I was going to ask you, just as a follow-up, Coach Arians said a lot of guys did a lot of different things during that layover. What did you do during that several-hour layover Saturday? How did you pass the time?
So it was funny. I actually thought we were in the air for a while. I was watching a movie, and I got on a plane, started watching a movie, and we started taking off the first time, and I didn't know we had stopped. I thought we were in the air for like an hour and a half, and then I was like, why is everybody standing up? I was like, what's going on? And it turns out we were still on the ground. So I just I finished my movie, but then I kind of just sat around, and I should have started another movie if I'd known we were going to be there for 7 hours.
What were you watching?
So the first movie I was watching was Avengers Endgame, which I don't know why I picked that one. The flight's only like an hour and 15 minutes, so I wouldn't even got close to finishing it. But
Great. Thanks.
Next question will come from Jenna Lane.
Hey, Tristan, with the performance that you guys had against the Saints, which we all know that wasn't your best, allowed Tom Brady to get pressured like 46 dropbacks. What was the conversation with your group like this week and bouncing back? What went into this performance?
Up front for us everything starts with the offensive line. So, we got to be better. You can't win a ball game with a showing like that from us. So I think that was like the focus. It was everything starts up front. And it kind of sucked. We only ran the ball like 4 times last week, but that's the situation we put ourselves in. So coming back this week and getting to run the ball like we did was, that felt really nice.
And what can you take from this game to apply going forward? Because it's another primetime game. I know in some of the other primetime games, you guys have struggled maybe initially to kind of establish the line of scrimmage and everything. What can you guys maybe take from this experience that you can apply this week to, possibly some positive momentum, or I just know if you could speak to that.
Yeah, well, I think that's a big thing, like you just said, establishing the line of scrimmage. Like it shows what we can do if we do establish a line of scrimmage. So, just coming out and I don't want to say establishing line of scrimmage again. I've said that like 4 times, but just coming out and getting off to a hot start up front. It's gonna be big.
Thank you.
Next question will come from Greg Auman.
Hey, Tristan, I know you're not playing the same position as him, but wanted to ask you about AQ Shipley and what he's brought to the line this year.
Yeah, AQ's pretty awesome. I remember him coming in camp, and so back then, this is a little story. I thought it was kind of funny, but he came in like in the middle of camp and just grinding through the practice, and it looked like he wasn't tired at all. And I'm like, it's like 100 degrees out here, and AQ's just chugging along. But then he told me the other day, like I asked him about it the other day, and he said he was gassed, and but it's just kind of like just his mentality and the way he goes about stuff. Like he just gets his work done. We were lifting this morning, but AQ's pretty awesome.
Thanks, Tristan.
Yeah.
Next question will come from John Ledyard.
Tristan, just curious, last couple of weeks you've got a chance to, like Luke said, go up against guys that you faced already, and Cam Jordan and Brian Bird. Just curious to hear your thoughts on them. Stylistically, they seem like pretty different rushers to me. Just your thoughts on them and their game and how you maybe had to change things to go against either of those guys.
Yeah, both of those guys are good rushers. Well, I knew Cam was going to give me a lot of power. He's a big, strong guy. So I had, I knew I had to sit down on his bull rush. And sometimes he'll give you, he'll give you a bull, and then go to a fake bull to swim outside or something, or swim inside. So I thought, you got to keep your head and shoulders out. You don't want to get kind of lulled to sleep by, him just constantly bull rushing you, which it's hard to get. I guess it's hard to get lulled to sleep by, someone trying to run through your face. But, and then Burns, he's a super shifty guy. He almost got me with spin inside on one of them. I got to wash him down though, but so it's kind of the opposite. I definitely got to keep my head and shoulders out of that. Throw my hands. Make sure my eyes in the right spot, so I'm not looking everywhere and get kind of caught off guard. But yeah, no, both of those guys are really good rushers. It's fun to go against them.
And then just your thoughts. I know you probably haven't had a chance to get too deep into the tape yet for him, but Aaron Donald's playing more outside of the tackle this year than ever before in his career. So just your early thoughts on what it'll be like to take on him and what you may have seen from his game already.
Yeah, it'll be fun to go against him. I haven't dug too much into it, like done a full report or anything like that yet. But I'm excited. It'll be fun.
Thanks, Tristan.
We have time for a couple more. Next, we'll go to Luke Easterling.
Tristan, now, 10 games into your rookie season, is there anything you can point to and say that it was really surprising to you about what it's like to play at this level? And maybe on the other side of things, is there anything that maybe you felt like was going to be a bit more challenging, but you realize you're kind of up for the challenge?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't think anything's been too surprising, really. Ooh, gosh, that's a good one. Yeah, nothing that really stands out that's been like, crazy surprising. I mean, it's been fun to get to go against all these, all these good pass rushers. but just preparing for them each week, just seeing what they got. And it's just, I think the craziest thing is just being around all these guys, and getting to block all these guys that, I kind of, watched in high school and watched in college. And now, I'm preparing, for them each week.
And I think, Bruce had said something last year with last year's rookie class that once you got into this part of the season, you guys really aren't rookies anymore. You've kind of seen enough and been thrown into the fire enough. Is that kind of the mentality that at this point, you guys are really not rookies, but have seen enough to be more than that?
Yeah, I think they said that after like week 3. So I would say so, yeah.
Thanks.
All right, that's all we have for today. Appreciate you taking the time, Tristan.
Yeah, thank you guys.